Hi everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Break It Down. In each episode, I will be breaking down and analyzing one attack. Analyzing attacks is one of the most important things you can do to improve at the game, so I hope we can all learn something after each Break It Down episode. The attack of this episode is one of my war attacks. It's a level 194 Atomic German versus a level 266 Space Age French. Before we attack, we always scout, so I'm going to go over what I gathered from scouting the base. Generals, not much of a threat. No rocket arsenal, which will make my life a lot easier. There's also a nice castle, stronghold, and town center layout for me, because I can trigger them all with one decoy. I'm also looking for gaps in air defense and anti-tank gun placement, because I want to deploy my meat grinder at a spot where coverage from both are weak. Air defenses are decently spread, though there is a gap on the east corner, which might be a good deploy spot for my meat grinder. There's also a gap on the west corner, but there's a factory there, and I'd prefer to not have to deal with a heavy tank. Also, I kind of want to deploy my commies on the west corner so they can get to the silo quickly. There's a factory on the north corner as well, so I won't want to deploy my meat grinder there either. Anti-tank gun placement is also the weakest on the east corner, so I think I will definitely deploy my meat grinder on the east. And another nice thing about deploying on the east is that all the troops will have to travel quite a distance to get to my meat grinder, so I'll have more than enough time to drop my commies and my blitzkrieg. Coalition-wise, I'm going in with full attack coalitions, Aztecs, Ethiopians, and Americans, while my target has two defense coalitions, Russians and Filipinos. My war tactics combo for this attack will be 2 decoys, a sabotage, a betrayal, my steroids, strength of the gladiator, and blitzkrieg. I usually run 2 sabotages instead of the betrayal, but since there's no rocket arsenal, I'm thinking a betrayal for the heavy tanks will be more useful here. My attack plan here is basically the same outline that I've gone over in my previous videos. Drop a decoy, meat grinder on the east, drop my commies starting at 5 o'clock trying to avoid bastions, then I blitzkrieg, then back to the meat grinder for my steroid combo, and we'll see what happens from there. And of course, always bring troop tactics in case something goes wrong. Drop my decoy as planned. I also drop 2 foot soldiers here to trigger garrisons that are outside of the decoy range. Dropping my meat grinder, which is my mercenaries and my generals. And now I drop my commies as planned. Now things get a little too crazy here. I go straight back to my meat grinder and I panic a little because I realized I didn't drop my heavy tanks. Also, I see a bunch of really high leveled armored cars barreling straight for my meat grinder, so my brain basically goes, and I decoy here, which is actually not the best spot, and you'll see why later. Notice that I also forget to blitzkrieg, which is not ideal. And I hit my assault rally protect heal combo, bring in some planes for backup. Here, finally, I drop my blitzkrieg. Drop off my coalition troops in this corner here. Here I noticed that the generals had not properly aggroed onto my meat grinder, and it's all because of that decoy that I put down earlier. If you're still confused as to why that happened, I go over that game mechanic in one of my other videos. Here I'm checking back on my meat grinder. It's split up, but it's doing fine. My job now is to protect my commies from the generals that went rogue and to clear off resistance troops. My betrayal coming in use for those pesky heavy tanks, and the commies have taken out the silo, so we're in a really great position now. We hit the 50% with still some time to spare, so now we just clean everything up. Check around, make sure everything's going okay. Here I hit a really lucky speed rally. If you're a millisecond late on these, your entire army just rushes to that spot and you kind of look like an idiot. So speed rally at your own risk. And for some reason, it took me this long to notice that Joan is up on this edge fighting for her life, so I take care of her. And we've got another patch of generals down here. Not really a problem because my meat grinder is healthy, but as you can see, the decoy really messed up the meat march. Again, not a big deal this time, but definitely need to work on that in the future. Now we're just cleaning up, and another speed rally just to move things along and cut down the time. There we go, that was the attack. Wasn't the cleanest attack, there were definitely some mistakes here and there, but it got the job done. I'll let the attack play out once more without any of the commentary so you can watch it in peace. Hope you guys enjoyed watching Commies and Zooks in action. Make sure you're subscribed for more to come, and I will see you all next time. Good luck out there, and have fun.